Stop refreshing that job board and ask a more unsettling question. What if the position you are desperately applying for was never meant to be filled in the first place? In a labor market already packed with uncertainty, a growing number of job seekers believe they are competing for opportunities that exist only on paper. These listings attract applications, consume time, and raise hopes, yet sometimes lead nowhere. Welcome to the ghost job crisis, a phenomenon that is reshaping how people think about hiring, recruiting, and the modern workplace. A ghost job is a job posting that remains online even though an employer is not actively hiring for the role, has already filled it, is collecting resumes for future use, or never had a serious intention of making an immediate hire. Not every unfilled posting is deceptive. Hiring plans can change, budgets can disappear, and organizational priorities can shift. However, the scale of complaints from job seekers has pushed the issue into the spotlight, raising concerns about transparency and trust. For applicants, the experience is painfully familiar. You spend hours tailoring a resume, rewriting a cover letter, researching a company, and preparing for potential interviews. Then nothing happens. No rejection email, no interview request, no update. Weeks pass, then months. Meanwhile, the same position continues to appear online as if recruitment is still underway. After enough experiences like this, many candidates begin to wonder whether the opportunity was ever real. Why would a company post a job it does not intend to fill? The reasons vary, and some are more strategic than sinister. One common explanation is talent pipeline building. Employers want a database of qualified candidates ready for future openings. Rather than waiting until a position becomes available, they continuously collect resumes. From the company's perspective, this can reduce future hiring time. From the applicant's perspective, it can feel misleading because the advertised role appears active even when no immediate vacancy exists. Another motivation is signaling growth. Companies often want investors, customers, competitors, and current employees to perceive them as expanding. A large number of open positions can create an image of momentum and success. Even if hiring activity is limited, visible job postings may suggest that business is booming. In competitive industries, perception matters, and recruitment pages can become part of a broader branding strategy. Some organizations use job postings to measure the labor market. They want to know what skills are available, what salary expectations candidates have, and how difficult certain roles might be to fill. In effect, applicants become unpaid market research participants. The company gathers valuable information without necessarily planning to hire anyone immediately. Internal bureaucracy also plays a role. A hiring manager may request approval for a position, publish the listing, and begin collecting applications. Later, leadership freezes hiring, cuts budgets, restructures teams, or changes priorities. The job remains online because nobody updates the listing promptly. While not intentionally deceptive, the result is the same. Candidates invest effort in pursuing opportunities that no longer exist. There is also the possibility of maintaining pressure on existing employees. Some critics argue that companies occasionally keep job advertisements visible to signal that replacements are readily available. Whether this is a widespread practice or not, the perception alone can influence workplace morale. Employees who constantly see openings for similar roles may feel insecure about their positions. The consequences of ghost jobs extend far beyond inconvenience. Job searching is emotionally demanding. Repeated silence can erode confidence and create a sense of personal failure. Applicants often assume their qualifications are inadequate when, in reality, the role may not be actively hiring. This misunderstanding can damage self-esteem and increase stress during an already difficult process. The economic costs are significant as well. Candidates spend countless hours preparing materials, completing assessments, and attending preliminary screenings. Multiply that effort across thousands of people, and the wasted time becomes enormous. For individuals balancing employment, education, caregiving responsibilities, or financial hardship, every hour matters. Ghost jobs can also distort perceptions of the labor market. Policymakers, economists, journalists, and job seekers often rely on vacancy data to gauge employment demand. If a substantial number of listings do not represent genuine hiring intentions, the picture becomes less accurate. Recruiters and employers face consequences too. Trust is one of the most valuable assets in hiring. When candidates repeatedly encounter inactive postings, they become skeptical of recruitment messages. Companies may find it harder to attract qualified talent because applicants assume listings are not legitimate. Over time, credibility suffers. Technology has amplified the problem. Online job platforms make it easy to distribute listings across multiple sites simultaneously. Automated systems can repost openings, extend publication dates, and keep advertisements visible long after their usefulness has expired. Artificial intelligence tools can further increase the volume of postings and applications, creating a cycle where quantity overwhelms quality. At the same time, candidates are submitting more applications than ever. One-click application features allow people to apply for dozens of roles in minutes. Employers receive overwhelming numbers of resumes, making it harder to respond individually. This flood of applications can encourage companies to keep evergreen postings active, which in turn fuels perceptions of ghost hiring. The result is a labor market trapped in a feedback loop of inefficiency. So how can job seekers identify potential ghost jobs? There is no perfect method, but certain warning signs can help. If a position has been reposted continuously for many months, caution may be warranted. If the job description is extremely vague, lacks clear responsibilities, or provides little information about the team, it may indicate limited urgency. A company that never updates applicants despite claiming to hire aggressively may also deserve closer scrutiny. Networking remains one of the most effective ways to verify opportunities. Reaching out to current employees, recruiters, or professional contacts can provide insight into whether a role is genuinely active. While not always possible, direct communication often reveals more than a public posting ever will. Job seekers should also track applications systematically. Maintaining a spreadsheet with submission dates, responses, interview stages, and follow-up attempts can help identify patterns. If a particular employer repeatedly advertises roles without engaging candidates, that information can guide future decisions. Companies that want to maintain trust can take several practical steps. First, they should remove listings promptly when hiring plans change. Second, they should clearly label talent community postings that are intended for future opportunities rather than immediate openings. Third, they should communicate with applicants, even if only through automated updates. Transparency may not eliminate disappointment, but it reduces confusion and resentment. Regulators and labor advocates have begun paying closer attention to the issue. Some have suggested stronger disclosure requirements, while others argue for clearer standards regarding active recruitment. Whether formal regulation emerges or not, public awareness is increasing. As more candidates share experiences online, pressure for accountability continues to grow. The ghost job crisis reflects a deeper challenge within modern employment systems. Hiring has become increasingly digital, automated, and data-driven. Efficiency has improved in some areas, but the human connection has often weakened. Candidates can feel like entries in a database, rather than individuals pursuing meaningful careers. Ghost jobs are not merely an annoyance. They symbolize a growing disconnect between employers and the people seeking work. It is important to avoid assuming that every unanswered application represents bad faith. Many employers genuinely struggle with limited resources, changing priorities, and overwhelming applicant volumes. Yet good intentions do not erase the impact on job seekers. When communication disappears and listings remain active without real hiring activity, frustration is inevitable. Ultimately, the solution begins with transparency. Applicants deserve accurate information about whether positions are open, Paused, future-oriented, or already filled. Employers benefit when candidates trust the hiring process. A healthier labor market depends on honest communication, realistic expectations, and respect for the time and effort invested by everyone involved. The next time you see a job posting that looks perfect, remember that the listing itself is only part of the story. Behind every advertisement are budgets, strategies, internal politics, staffing plans, and sometimes motives that are invisible to outsiders. The challenge for modern workers is learning to navigate that complexity without losing hope. Ghost jobs may not account for every hiring frustration, but they highlight a critical truth about today's employment landscape. More listings do not always mean more opportunities. Repeated applications to inactive positions can create a false sense of market demand and encourage people to keep chasing opportunities that are unlikely to materialize. Over time, this mismatch between expectations and reality can produce burnout, cynicism, and disengagement from the hiring process altogether. If you found this breakdown valuable, share your thoughts below. Have you ever applied for a job that seemed to vanish into thin air? Drop your experience in the comments, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives into workplace trends, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next video.
The system isn't as simple as it seems, and this is only one piece of the puzzle. Let's uncover the next one.